The Fisherman's Surprise, a tale of kindness and unexpected rewards. Once upon a time, in a quiet coastal village, lived a kind and hard-working fisherman named Tomas. Every morning, just as the sun peeked over the horizon, Thomas would sail his small wooden boat into the vast, shimmering sea. He loved the peaceful rhythm of the ocean, the way the waves lapped against the side of his boat, and the gentle pull of his fishing net as he cast it into the water. One calm afternoon, as Thomas was pulling up his net, he noticed something unusual. Among the fish caught in the net, there was a small, glistening fish struggling to break free. Its tiny body was tangled, and it flailed helplessly. "Oh no," Thomas whispered softly, feeling pity for the little creature. He quickly set aside the larger fish he had caught and gently untangled the small fish from the net. "There you go, little one," Thomas said, smiling as he carefully lowered the fish back into the water. "You're free now. Swim home." The tiny fish, exhausted but grateful, swam in a small circle before disappearing into the blue depths of the sea. Thomas watched it go, feeling good about his choice. Every creature deserves kindness, he thought to himself. The sun began to set, casting golden rays across the water, and Thomas decided it was time to head back to the village. He paddled his boat toward the shore, unaware that the small act of kindness he had shown that day would soon come back to him in a surprising way. The next morning, Thomas awoke early as usual, ready for another day at sea. But when he reached the beach, he noticed something terrible. His boat, his trusty old companion, was damaged. The hull had cracked, and a large hole had formed on the side. Water would surely leak in, making it impossible for him to sail. Thomas sighed heavily, sitting down on the sand. "What am I going to do?" he muttered to himself. He didn't have the tools to fix such a big problem, and without his boat, he couldn't fish to earn a living. Just as Thomas was about to head back to his cottage, feeling defeated, he heard a splash in the water nearby. He looked up and saw something extraordinary, a large group of fish swimming together in perfect harmony. Leading the group was the very same tiny fish he had saved the day before. Thomas blinked in disbelief. "Is that the same fish?" he wondered aloud. The tiny fish leaped out of the water and splashed back down, as if to say hello. Then, to Thomas's amazement, the little fish began to call out in a series of cheerful, high-pitched clicks and chirps. One by one, the other fish in the group responded and began to work together in an incredible way. The fish swam to the edge of the boat and started gathering pieces of seaweed and small, sturdy shells from the ocean floor. Using their strong tails and tiny fins, they carefully pushed the materials into the hole in Thomas's boat. It was as if they were patching it up, bit by bit, all working together with the precision of a skilled team. Thomas watched in awe. "I can't believe what I'm seeing," he murmured. The tiny fish led the way, making sure the seaweed and shells were placed just right, while the larger fish used their strength to reinforce the repair. In no time at all, the hole in the boat was patched up. The fish swam around in a happy, playful dance, celebrating their success. Tomas couldn't help but laugh with joy. Thank you all so much," he called out to the fish. He knelt down and gently splashed the water, as if shaking hands with his new ocean friends. The tiny fish popped its head above the surface, giving Thomas what looked like a proud little nod before disappearing back into the sea with its friends. Thomas stood there for a moment, filled with gratitude and wonder. He realized then that his small act of kindness, saving the little fish, had come back to him in the most unexpected way. The fish had remembered his help and returned the favor when he needed it most. Thomas smiled as he climbed into his repaired boat. The sea had always been full of surprises, But today's surprise had taught him a valuable lesson. When you show kindness to others, help will often come back to you when you least expect it. From that day forward, Thomas always made sure to be kind to every creature, big or small, knowing that the smallest of actions could ripple through the world in ways he could never imagine. And whenever Thomas set sail, he would often spot the tiny fish and its friends swimming nearby, reminding him of the magical bond between kindness and the unexpected rewards it brings. Helping others will bring help back to you when you least expect it.